For the most part of my driving years, I've found myself considering my car my pride and joy, as all enthusiasts rightfully should, but I think doing so can be really emotionally taxing and just an outright nuisance. Not once have I ever parked right next to the supermarket entrance amongst careless door dingers. Leaving the car outside is a lose-lose situation. You see, you're limited to the choice of either leaving it in the blistering hot sun, or the rain in this case, or under a bird that's definitely got diarrhea, which I'm pretty sure is all birds. Any newly discovered scratch, dent, or imperfection is enough to ruin your week, and it's something that people who only care for their car to get them from A to B will never be able to empathise with. And I started thinking maybe these people are onto something. And that's why I've done something that I now can't believe I didn't do earlier. I bought a shitbox.
It's a Hyundai Excel!
Okay, let's set up the scenario a bit here. Here's my philosophy. Having two cars can be cheaper than only one. Right, that's based on a couple of extremes. Okay, firstly, the car I was driving was very expensive just on fuel and insurance alone, and this, on the contrary, hardly touches my wallet. A peppy little 1.5 litre engine to haul a car that weighs less than a tonne, and with fuel prices rocketing over $2 a litre these days, that's a welcome attribute. There's little to no features, and so there's not much that can go wrong. And then there's the insurance, and while I have my other car insured under a fully comprehensive policy, assuring it can be repaired should the unfortunate happen, this, I've opted for the bare minimum third-party insurance. Having this as a daily also meant I could change the conditions of my other car to a very limited use, reducing that premium a lot. And finally, my insurer offers a discount with every policy you have with them. The end result? I'm paying $10 less every year. It's not much, but the theory is I'm paying less to insure more cars. All these savings mean I can afford all the other everyday stuff that I'd like to ignore, like getting a haircut.
Hello, yes, I'd like to order one haircut, please. You do delivery? Okay, that's great. Okay, yep, no worries. I'll see you soon. Okay, bye.
And if you're thinking, but what if something happens to the shitbox? Well, that's just my next point. A lot of things don't have to matter. I don't care about keeping the car completely straight. I bought it with the bumper ripped off the side, dents in the doors, perishing paint, and it doesn't matter. And that is... Oh, hang on. Who could that be? Anyway, I was just saying all those points I mentioned just before just improve your life so much. Now, what's in this box? What the...
It's impressive.
I no longer care where I park in a shopping centre, or that a bird dropping sits on here for more than 10 seconds, and the fact that there's a crack on the dash and a rip in the seat. Quite frankly, the lack of fastidiousness makes life so much more enjoyable. And of course, there's that good old philosophy that slow car fast is actually way more fun than fast car fast, because you see, being flat out on a tight and twisty road like this, not having to be really careful in a Ferrari or any supercar for that matter, and just being flat out constantly is so rewarding. Of course, there are drawbacks. You see, when you actually do need to go fast, it's a lot to ask. And for someone like me who drives on the highway a lot, getting up to speed is an enduring event. There it is. In the city, picking gaps when cutting across traffic is a greater test of patience. Mainies down the city streets are a bit embarrassing, and there are no cup holders. In fact, the only feature I really have is air conditioning. Thanks to a symphony of belt squeal and crappy pulleys, only really adds to the embarrassingness. I am also a lot less safe. It's not exactly the most rigid body in the world. In fact, if you jack up a corner of the car and open the door, the whole thing will start to banana peel a little bit. And then there's the simple fact there's no airbags, but whatever, I'm sure if it had airbags from factory, it'd be one of those that blows up with metal shrapnel in your face anyway. So the point is, It's very sobering to think that the whole car is likely one big crumple zone, including me. Since getting this car, I've started thinking a lot of the saying, if you're not willing to downgrade your lifestyle for a year to get the lifestyle you want, you care too much about what people think. Only it's a little different. Yes, this is a downgrade in lifestyle in a materialistic sense, but in the process, I found that carefree mentality of it's just a car. There's nothing troubling my brain if and when something happens. It's a sweet release of pressure I once held on myself. And the best part is, I get to keep the pride and joy all at the same time. In short, making a simple change that improves the quality of my life and doesn't fish for the approval of others, I think is an immediately effective upgrade that money simply can't buy. And I bought it for $500.